Earth Defense Force World Brothers 2 returns with a fresh wave of voxel-based mayhem, embracing the quirky charm and larger-than-life action that the EDF series is known for. Released as a follow-up to the original World Brothers from 2021, this spin-off continues to merge the bizarre alien-squashing gameplay of the mainline series with a blocky, playful aesthetic that's more accessible for a broader audience. Developer Ukes has taken the time to build on the first game's formula, polishing its rough edges and adding a few quality-of-life improvements to streamline the experience. The result? A goofy action-packed team-based adventure that embraces everything silly about EDF and isn't afraid to blow things way out of proportion. Literally.
Slowly. I've got no problems with it. In fact, I'm enjoying it.
The Earth Defense Force series centers on a simple yet satisfying premise, defending Earth from relentless alien threats. From giant insects to kaiju-like monsters, players come face to face with foes that are as outlandish as they are intimidating. This sense of scale and the series' commitment to over-the-top action is one of its defining traits. EDF revels in its own excess, fully embracing a cheesy, larger-than-life concept. The World Brothers spin-offs match the series' playful spirit with voxel-style visuals, giving the game a Minecraft look that softens the gritty exterior of the mainline titles. This makes World Brothers more accessible, welcoming a new audience while staying true to EDF's unique charm. Like the mainline series, World Brothers 2 revolves around assembling a team to fight off alien invaders. However, there's no real pretension here. It's all lighthearted fun from the get-go. Characters constantly break the fourth wall, never taking things too seriously, even when the battle intensifies. This laid-back approach definitely fills the game with a quirky atmosphere that just basks in the silliness. Gameplay in World Brothers 2 follows a straightforward loop of stage-based missions. Each mission invites players to dive in for short bursts of action where up to 4 players, either EDF veterans or caricatures of different cultures, take on hordes of enemies. Like something out of G Gundam, we get over-the-top stereotypes like the Brazilian carnival dancer, a Canadian dressed as a bear, and a Korean live streamer, adding to the game's campy personality. Missions involve facing giant creatures and either clearing out enemies or surviving against a particularly tough one. Despite some unique elements, missions tend to revolve around horde encounters which vary only by enemy type and spawn location. Each character brings unique skills that players must master to survive. Attacks can recoil, and friendly fire can be a real hazard, especially for low defense characters with strong slow attacks. Learning each character's range and power adds a layer of strategy to the explosive action. Exploring the map often reveals more than just enemies though. Fallen comrades scattered across the stage can be rescued to expand your roster, and rescuing duplicate characters grants new weapon options, improving versatility on the battlefield. Thanks to the practice mode, players can get a feel for each of the character's ability before diving into the main missions. The destructible environments add to all this fun. The diorama-like maps replicate real-world locations, and watching everything crumble under giant creatures' attacks or your own bombardments is as cathartic as seeing the goofy explosions when enemies fall. Vehicles like tanks add another layer to the chaos, allowing for increased damage output and a bit of extra defense. However, they are awkward to maneuver with the tank-like controls that can make them more trouble than they're worth. Stages can be tackled solo or online through multiplayer, where up to 4 players can bring their own teams, meaning up to 16 characters can take on the monsters together. However, getting online to work is a challenge. Finding a match was nearly impossible for me, so anyone interested in co-op might need to bring friends along to make it work. Regardless of solo or multiplayer, the game's core structure remains consistent, but the repetition may wear down players who are just looking for some more variety. The game is best enjoyed in short bursts to avoid burnout, though it's the sort of experience that's easy to jump in without too much thought. World Brothers 2 doesn't overhaul much of the first game. Players who enjoyed the original may find it a little too similar, as assets like maps, characters, and music feel largely recycled. That said, some tweaks improve the gameplay. In this title, each character has movement and attack skills, adding helpful options for dodging and maintaining distance. Players can also equip both body armor and an accessory, giving a bit of more flexibility in the customization. Certain characters like wing divers remain indispensable for reaching high places and navigating faster. These small adjustments, while not game-changing, refine the experience and make it more enjoyable. Earth Defense Force World Brothers 2 doesn't diverge much from its predecessor, only adding minor tweaks that speed up the action. Despite its repetitive nature, this is a game that doubles down on the silliness that makes EDF charming in the first place. For players who appreciate an absurd action-packed romp, it's worth giving a try, just maybe don't expect a revolutionary sequel. Noisy Pixel is giving Earth Defense Force World Brothers 2 a 7.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, previews, reviews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.